Hello and welcome to a new video on the HKCM Global channel. My name is Philip. Today I will be speaking about silver, gold's little brother. Last week I spoke about gold, so this week we're going to be taking a look at silver. What are my takes on it at the moment, and have I changed my overall perspective going forward on my long-term outlook? And also going to be looking at the short-term possibilities and my short-term expectations on the silver market. Let's dive right in. There have been some significant changes made to my charts in terms of how I'm counting silver going forward, due to the fact that we have now broken out above the $42 level. So for me, that was like the last line in the sand where I was willing to maintain my perspective that silver could maybe still be forming an impulsive structure going forward in the long run. But due to the breakout above 42, I scrapped that scenario, and I'm now counting silver completely within a corrective structure, meaning that I'm not expecting silver to be impulsive in terms of that this is a long-term forward-going market which is going to be in a clear five-way structure, but it's going to be basically a collection of 3-3-3 scenarios. So overall, I'm expecting this whole thing being in a WXY structure, in which we are currently forming the B wave at the moment. So let's take a look at the overall chart. So basically, from my long-term perspective in terms of the targets, I haven't made too many changes here. I'm still expecting things to be, at some point in the future that we are going to be seeing a very, very significant downside correction, but I'm not expecting this to be, possible from basically the prices we are at the moment, or from prices going higher going forward. I do have a short zone, target zone on the charts at the moment, which is coming up now, and then I'm expecting a correction down below 40 at least, and then I'm expecting the market to go for another up leg before we form the final top, and then we're going to see a long-term consolidation, which I had always been expecting over the last years, because I was not expecting for silver to go up as high as possible, simply due to the fact that the structures that have been formed since those lows at 1164 just are not allowing me to count the price within an impulse structure to the upside. Hence, I cannot be expecting at the moment for silver to be within a wave 3, which would be necessary to be breaking out in the long run. So I'm allowing silver more upside now, that's for sure, because it's just a matter of fact how things have progressed over the last weeks. Nevertheless, looking at the shorter term perspectives, I'm expecting things close to all-time highs, around maybe a little above all-time highs to the latest, to be topping out here for an intermediate correction, and then another run up to all-time highs. So basically we are here we are in this move on the detailed chart, then this correction, and then the final run up before I'm expecting this market to enter a long-term bear market again. So this is my expectation at the moment. I will be shorting, and I will also of course be buying once we get this consolidation to the downside here. For the very, very immediate picture, anything that stays above 38.87 is still conclusive for further upside to occur within the market. Below that, I have to expect things to be topping out. I will probably move up the support levels within the next few days below the last low that we formed here. So around 41.50 is going to be then probably going to make the next crucial support, but I'm going to be waiting 1 or 2 days to see how the rest of the week plays out. But there's definitely the case that this structure here is either already completing, or there's one more, because that's also why I'm waiting to move support up to here, because this move here at the moment is definitely something that can be counted as an impulse, and that's also what I'm tracking here. So I'm basically expecting here another 1, 2, and then the question is there 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, and then this is already the final fifth wave of this wave 5, or is it just wave 5 of the wave 3 within wave 5? So there could be another small consolidation, and then another push to the upside before I'm expecting all of this impulse structure, precisely all of the structure that we have formed since the lows around 27 in April to be completed, and then I'm expecting a pullback for at least prices below 40, and this is going to be another buying opportunity then in order to trade as we've seen on the overall chart, to trade the final run up here. And then of course there are targets expected that are well above 50, and I'm also maybe even seeing targets above $60 here as well before we are going to go down. But I'm not expecting this to go there in a straight line here, especially not if we are looking at the situation that is basically building up here at the moment. Shorter time frames, as I've said, I'm very much expecting a small consolidation to be happening here from this structure maybe, which would also be underlined by the nature of the indicators on the 4-hour as well. We are also seeing some nice divergences with current highs here on the lower time frames. So 4-hour is trying to cross to the downside on the MACD and also losing steam on the momentum. We also have a nice divergence here into the highs on the 8-hour as well. The daily not, but it started losing a little momentum. So this is still conclusive that there is another high probably coming. Moving further out, we are not yet seeing any divergences on longer time frames, starting out with the 4-day. Going to the weekly, no divergences to be seen yet as well, and also no signals of a slowdown here yet. So my expectation that there will be more higher highs to come in the future is definitely to be expected here. 2-week looks the same, monthly looks the same. So the only thing that can be stated above those higher time frame indicators is of course the fact that we are very much so overbought on those, and we've reached levels that in the past have been points where the market has turned down significantly. But as I've shown on the charts here, and if we go back to the overall chart, I'm not expecting this to be the final breakdown. I'm expecting a correction here to the downside. Just to outline what we are talking about here, I'm looking at something maybe, depending on how strong the correction will be, but I'm looking at something ideally between 32 and 24, and then another run up to new highs before things are going to get ugly here for the market. To wrap things up here on silver in general, so yes, I've changed my perspective on how things are going to be running forward with the market. I changed the overall count. I changed the perspective on how we're going to get to where I want this market to be honest, because I'm still having a lot of issues with the structural nature of the move to the upside. Hence, that's why I switched to the corrective counting. And I'm expecting an intermediate correction, and then I'm expecting a final blow off top. And this is what we're going to be seeing. And I think the final move up here is also going to be a very, very, very quick move from my perspective. So basically, I'm expecting something of a consolidation similar to what we have seen in the past in the run-ups, for example, into the highs in 2011, that there will be another sharp consolidation now occurring here, and then a final blow off top, which is also probably going to be very, very quick, and it's not going to be taking that long for the market to complete. And then we can, then we will see how things are playing out. But I'm not expecting this to continue in a fashion, because I've also been people texting me about silver is going to go 100, 120. Honestly, this is something, if we are able to complete the structure the way I'm expecting is, and we are going to see a longer term consolidation in the market, clean things up in the charts, then this is something I'm very much open to be seeing, but I'm not seeing it go there from what it has been showing us in the last few years since the lows basically in 20. These structures over here are not conclusive for a impulsive breakout. So therefore, I'm still not expecting this to be happening. If you want to stay up to date on the silver expectations, our paid subscription, silver is updated on 6 days per week. If you want to see the target zones, they're all on the charts, and you will be notified via the app as well. That's, to wrap it up, my perspective on silver. So I'm still expecting some immediate upside, then an intermediate midterm correction, which could take, I'm expecting something around maybe 6 to 10 weeks for that to take time around that time. And then a final run up, and I'm expecting a strong blow off top here for silver, and then a breakdown typical to other commodities, also comparable to things that we have seen in the past, looking at markets like palladium, etc. Yeah, thanks for watching. As always, leave a comment, leave a like, and leave a subscription to the channel, and see you next week.